Alright, yeah, that'll work.
Because these horsemen ride with the pistol outside, with heads like thunder, the rock will go by. We'll have no mercy for big, far and wide.
What's up, Whiskey Chaser fam? Just wanted to start off this video by saying that I'm going to be going to Get On MotoFest in Fort Worth, Texas, out at Texas World Speedway. I was born in Texas, but now I live in New York City. We're going to be riding the Yamaha Bolt, the 2014 Yamaha Bolt, 1,600 miles, all the way down to Texas. If you're going to be there, please let me know. I would love to meet up with you, get a video, get a clip, get a picture, anything for the vlog. Check out the description below. I do have a couple of links down there. One of them is going to be a sticker link. If you haven't purchased stickers, those sales go towards projects like this. It's going to be used for food, lodging, gas, anything like that in order to get me out and back to Dallas. There's also a donation link down there if you feel so inclined. Don't feel pressured into doing it or anything, but it is there if you'd like to. I also have an Amazon list of a couple of things that I need before I go head out to Texas. It would really make this 1,600 mile ride a lot easier. So please go check those out. I also have started a Patreon. Not really sure what I'm going to do with it. There's only a $1 and a $3 tier right now for it. I don't really know Patreon that well. I'm not super familiar with it. If you're interested in supporting the channel, you can go ahead and sign up for that. $1, $3 a month. I don't know. We'll see. If you'd like me to continue with it, I am more than happy to. I just really, like I said, don't know what to do with it yet. I just wanted to get it out there in case somebody wanted to start with it. Yeah, so check those links out and let me know if you're going to be going to Get On MotoFest in Fort Worth, Texas.
Well, I hope this works out alright. I think it should. We're not going too fast. Headed up to Cycle Therapy, NYC, on 127th Street. I have to get new tires put on the Bolts because the front tire is not terrible. Definitely needs to be replaced. It has a couple of cracks and stuff in it. The rear tire is down to the wear marks. It is toast. I knew that whenever I bought the bike. The guy, Anthony, I bought the bike from, he had said, hey, you gotta take care of those tires because they're not gonna make it through another summer. And when I went to go get the bike inspected, it's what the inspector said. He was like, yeah, you know, the front tire I could pass, but the rear tire, we can't do that one. It's gotta be replaced. So went ahead and got some new Shinkos. Gonna take them on up, get them put on, and then this baby will be good to go. Probably look like a doofus riding down the street with motorcycle tires strapped to the back of the bike. Like that Fast and the Furious car, the Charger that had the extra set of tires in the back. Thank you everybody for tuning in. If you're a returning subscriber, love you guys. You're the best. If you're not a subscriber, why not? You should be. Hit that red button, turn it gray. This is the Whiskey Chaser channel. My name's Chase. We ride around New York. We ride around all over. We have fun on motorcycles. This is my 2014 Yamaha Bolt. I just got it maybe about a month or so ago, and it is almost ready to be street worthy, even though we're technically on the street right now. Don't say anything, we're riding a little dirty. Just inspection wise though. I also have a 2005 Harley Sportster 883 XL Custom that we are going to be heavily modifying hopefully sometime in the near future. The reason why I got this motorcycle was so that I could street this one and then we could start working on the other one. So if you have any suggestions on what I should do with that, leave them down in the comments below. If you have any suggestions on what I should do with this, you should leave them down in the comments below. This is a cool bike too. I didn't really know about these things until maybe about 8 or 9 months ago. Finally started to learn about these Yamaha Bolts. They've been around since 2014. This is the first year that it ever came out. They're still in production today. You can get a 2021 brand new Yamaha Bolt right off the showroom floor for like $8 grand, which is I think an amazing deal for these bikes. They're 950 cc's. They're only 5-speed, but they're still really fun. Great city bikes. Not super great on the highway, but still does 65 effortlessly. Isn't it ironic when you try to say a word like effortlessly and then you mess up the word? Like, I don't know, bro. You need to relax. All right, let's get these things put on. What's up, man? How you doing? I always seem to come at the best times. I've got some tires I need put on. That's what everybody said was best for these bikes. All right, man. You give me a call when
I'll give you a call. Hopefully by tomorrow, but don't hold me to it.
Okay. Thanks, Chris. Oh man, bikes are expensive. Alright, we got the Bolt back, everything's good to go. Got the tires, got the inspection, everything is registered. This thing is no longer riding dirty, which is great because I actually get to be able to ride this thing now. It's been like almost a month and I haven't really been able to do anything with it. Can you believe we're gonna ride this thing 1,600 miles? Actually, I mean, it's 3,200 miles because it's round trip, but it's crazy to me. So yeah, I do have a couple of things already in the mail, ready to go. I'm gonna get some handlebars on this thing. I'm gonna get some highway pegs. I have the sissy bar, gotta attach the luggage rack to it, but I'll be able to take my Viking bags, backpack, and I'll be able to take another bag on the back of it on the luggage rack. Plenty of storage for me, which would be awesome. It's gonna be wild. I hope to see some of you guys there. I hope to see some people there, so hopefully it'll be a blast. Tried to get my buddy from Philly, Moto John, to come with me, but unfortunately he just wasn't able to get off work in time, and so it looks like I'll be riding out solo. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast. Not really sure where I'm gonna go today. I just kind of wanted to get on the bike and ride since I haven't really been able to ride this yet too much, and not worry about getting stopped for any tags or anything like that. But we're all good now. We're set. So we're gonna ride around. I did actually want to talk about one thing, which is I saw this article the other day, and it was in a Harley group that I'm in on Facebook. This person posted this article and was like, Harley is so disconnected, they have no idea what they're doing, this is the dumbest idea ever, does this make you sad, all this whatever, all because it was talking about how Harley is looking at producing a 300cc Sportster style bike. In case you didn't know, Harley Davidson has been kind of tanking lately because they had a lot going on. It was a lot of weird stuff, and they were coming out with these bikes that people didn't really like. The V-Rod, just like something that wasn't quintessentially Harley Davidson. You know, Harley riders, they are either old or they're trained to be old. And what I mean by that is they can be young guys, but the reason why younger people, not just guys, women definitely are fully capable of riding Harley Davidson motorcycles as well, and very, very well. Not only are they young people, but they have this mindset of what a Harley Davidson should look like, and that's because Harley Davidson has been around for a long time. You know, it's been around for a century. It's been an iconic American brand. Whenever they tried to step out of that zone and make something a little bit different, the people just responded very negatively towards that. So Harley over the last couple of years has just kind of gone downhill. Not only that, but you're looking at the cheapest motorcycle Harley Davidson sells is the Iron 883, which is $94.99. $10,000. So for you to start out on a brand new Harley Davidson, you got to have some scratch. That's a lot. In comparison, a Yamaha Bolt 950 2021 brand new is $82.99, I believe. So you're looking at $2,000 less. You're looking at a higher CC engine and same kind of styling. Mid controls, flatter bars, same size tank, all blacked out. Sounds good, looks good. Difference is it's a Yamaha. It's not a Harley Davidson. That's what people are doing. They're going out, they're buying these cheaper bikes because if you're a brand new rider, if you're 22, 23 years old, brand new rider, never been on a bike before, just got your license, what do? You don't want to go out and spend $10,000 on a brand new motorcycle because you know that it's going to take you a long time to learn how to ride that bike. You know that it's not exactly the easiest thing because Harleys are not the easiest thing to ride. So go out and you buy a smaller, cheaper bike that's going to cost less initially. It's going to cost less in taxes. It's going to cost less in insurance, stuff like that, because it's less of a risk. So what I think Harley Davidson did is during their rewire, which was them setting up a whole new business plan, trimming all the fat, getting rid of all the crap. And we saw that in the 2021 lineup. If you notice, I'll put the link up here somewhere where I reviewed the 2021 Harley Davidson lineup. And there's not a lot there. A couple new colors, got rid of a bunch of crap. They just cut all the fat out. So what I think they're trying to do is they're trying to appeal to that younger rider. So what they decided to do, which is what it looks like, is they're taking this 300cc, they're taking the QJ SV300, which is what their partner company in China makes, the Benelli parent company. It is a 300cc engine transmission bike, whatever, kind of just a get around town type bike. And they're going to rebrand it as Harley Davidson. They're going to make it basically into a little mini Sportster. Probably be about the same size frame, maybe a little bit bigger than like a Honda Rebel, but about that size. And they're going to make this thing into a quick little nimble 30 horsepower Harley Davidson rocket. And it's going to be awesome because it's going to probably be a lot cheaper than an Iron 883. You're not going to have to worry about spending $10,000 to get into a Harley. Probably going to be around maybe like $6,000. Because if you look at the Honda Rebel 300, the MSRP is $45.99, and the Rebel 500, the MSRP is $62.99. So you're looking at about that price range, which is a good price for a newer bike rider to get into as opposed to that higher one. And then you're looking at taking away the competition. So like, what's the #1 selling beginner bike on the market today? Does anybody know? I'll give you 3 guesses, but you're only going to need 1. That's right, it's the Honda Rebel 250. You look everywhere and you see these Honda Rebel 250s because they're cheap, they're easy to maintain, and they're great bikes to start out on. They don't have a whole lot of power. You can kind of like ease into it. It gives you a lot of confidence starting out as a rider. You got that good cruiser setup, but you don't have the cruiser power, so you're not going to be burning out and doing all this other kind of crap. The bike's not going to get away from you. It's not like this. This, if you crack this throttle, this thing flies. On a 250, you're not going to get that. But you are still going to get the ability to travel 65, 70 miles an hour. You're going to get the cruiser feel. You're going to be very comfortable. The biggest problem with that is people are riding around with these Honda 250 Rebels and the Yamaha 250 Viragos, V-Stars, like what Parker has. And it says Honda, it says Yamaha right on the side of the tank. So why would Harley not want to get into that? You got $6,000 burning a hole in your pocket, you want a motorcycle. So you go out, you buy a Harley Davidson 300cc Sportster. You get on it, you ride it for a couple of months, you feel good, feel confident. Yes, this is a great bike. Okay, I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to jump on the 883. I'm ready to jump on that 1200. Heck, I might even be ready to jump onto one of those Milwaukee 114s. Just because you're so confident. It's been 6 months, a year, whatever. It's been 2 years. You're ready to upgrade. So Harley buys back that motorcycle from you. They give you a trade-in value. They get you on another Harley Davidson, a bigger one. They take that, put it on their used lot, and they sell it again to another rider, another beginner rider. All the while, that HD logo, that Harley Davidson logo that everybody loves, is right there on the side of the tank. And you get to tell people you rode a Harley Davidson. Sounded like shade tree surgeon there for a second. But you get to tell people you rode that Harley Davidson. Like, don't get me wrong, this Yamaha is cool. I like this bike a lot. It's got a cool bobber look to it. It's all blacked out. Sounds great. But people, even the few times I've ridden it, have gone, oh man, is that a Harley? Why? Because people love Harley Davidsons. They look a certain way. They feel a certain way. You have a sense of pride when you're riding a Harley. They sound good. They have a specific signature sound that the engine, as soon as it cranks up, has that that you just know and love. Other brands have tried to replicate that in the past. This bike tries to replicate that. They saw what the Sportster was and they go, man, we need to do that. If you look at the new Honda Rebels, that's what they did. They went from that old school cruiser look, the 1980s, which they did all the way up until the mid-2000s. And they said, we need to revamp this bike because that's not what people want. People want a bobber. People want something that looks chopped up, something that looks like it came from some LA Customs shop somewhere. They want that kind of style. So they blacked everything out. They put the V-twin smack dab right in the middle of this minimal frame so that you would see it. They put a different exhaust on it so you would hear that sound. They tried to replicate what Harley's been doing all along, and that's what people like about them. So does this make me sad? That was the big question. Does this make you sad? Does this make you upset? Does it make you angry that Harley Davidson is making these motorcycles? A 300cc Sportster, 30 horsepower? Are you kidding me? Hell no, it doesn't make me sad. It makes me excited. I'm an experienced rider. I've been riding motorcycles since I was 19 years old. And I'm turning 35 this year, so you do that math. I don't need a 30 horsepower Harley Davidson. But I'll tell you what, there are people out there who need a 30 horsepower bike. There are people out there who are excited. They're so excited to get a motorcycle, but they're intimidated by an Iron 883. They're intimidated by a 1200 Roadster or a Street Bob or anything like that. When we went out to the demo day rides, Parker was like, you know, I really want to ride one of those road glides, but I am so scared at how big that motorcycle is. I'm so scared at how much power it has. I'm so scared that I'm gonna drop it because it's too big and it's too heavy and I'm not strong enough and it's got too much power. And I said, Parker, what you don't understand is that engine is the same size as the Softail Standard that you just rode. And she was like, what, are you kidding me? That's crazy. How can that be? Because she's intimidated because it's a big, strong looking Harley Davidson motorcycle. And that's the kind of image that the marketing executives are like, we need to get that out of people's heads. Yes, we do want it to be a Harley Davidson. We want it to be cool looking. We want it to be fun. We want it to be able to take corners. We want people to be able to ride this thing with pride. But I'm gonna get off here because that looks terrible. But they also understand that they're losing a huge market by having the Yamaha V-Star 250, by having the Honda Rebel 300, 500, even like the Shadows, even the V-Star 600s or 750s or whatever, all that stuff. They're losing out on that market and they realize that. So let's take a good bike. Let's take a Sportster, which has been one of the best motorcycles that has ever been produced. And if you don't think so, you're lying to yourself because it absolutely has been. And let's tone it down. Let's put a little bit smaller engine. We already have the engine. Our partner company already makes this engine, already makes this transmission. Let's throw a little flare on there, make it look cool, make it sound awesome, slap a Harley Davidson logo on the side, call it a day. And maybe, just maybe, those kids who want to get into motorcycling can actually start to afford it. Because while most Harley Davidson riders might be able to afford a $30,000 road machine, most of us younger folks cannot. This allows somebody to get into this sport. And, you know, I joked that I sounded like Shade Tree earlier, but to quote him again, every one of us is one less of them. If you can get a 23, 24, 25-year-old who wants to get into motorcycling on a motorcycle, that's amazing. That's the best case scenario. It doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle it is, but that's the best case scenario. And Harley Davidson looked at that and they said, you know what? That's true. And we want that motorcycle to be our motorcycle. So good for Harley Davidson, man. Like, I think it's a great idea. I think it should happen immediately. 100%. Let's turn out second avenue. Let's see what's up. Lady, get out of the way. This Bolt is awesome. I love this thing. Can't wait to get those new handlebars. Yep, good for them. Good for Harley. Doesn't make me sad, makes me happy. So glad to see that they're trying to fix their image. They're trying to stay away from just being the old guy clad in leather with no helmet, riding a gigantic, a huge leather-studded electric glide down the road. Oh, speaking of electric glides, so I did a video during the wintertime when I wasn't able to ride talking about the Revival and doing a speculation on what it could be, and it turns out I was right. So they just released the Revival, all the images and everything like that, and it is a modern electric glide with all the bells and whistles, such as like Bluetooth and everything like that, but it looks like the old 80s style electric glide. And I guess they're going to be doing this series for a little while where they kind of like revamp old bikes and re-release them with all the modern technology and stuff like that. So pretty neat, pretty cool. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. So like 300cc Sportster, good idea, bad idea, whatever. I want to know your opinion on it. And then Electric Glide, what'd you think about that? The revival. If you haven't seen it, here's a picture of it right here. This was nice. This was a nice ride. All right, well, I guess that's about it for me today. I've rambled on about motorcycles long enough. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Chase. This is the Whiskey Chaser channel. I live in New York City. We ride around all over the place, and I make videos about it. It's fun. Please consider subscribing. We are growing together as a community, and it's been really fun. Please check the description down below if you'd like to purchase any stickers, make any contributions to the channel, anything like that. I'm going to be going to Get On MotoFest in Dallas, and it's going to cost me a lot of money, so I'm going to need a couple of channel sponsors for sure. If you're returning, thank you so much. Love you very, very much. Please don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. And I think that's about it, guys. Yep, there we go. So we release videos every Friday. Come on back next Friday. I believe we'll be talking about the International Women's Day ride. Parker's going to be going on that up at Empire Harley Davidson, and it's going to be a lot of fun for her anyway. I don't know what I'm going to do while I'm up there. Maybe we'll go test ride a live wire. Yeah, right, I don't think they'll let me do that, but who knows. All right, everybody, enjoy your day. Love you. See you later. Peace.